All right, same thing as before. We're going to have a question for the student athletes first, after coach's statement.
I'll
as soon
start.
as Grace gets in.
As Grace is getting in here, really obviously disappointed with the outcome, but let's first talk about Ohio State and how terrific that they were today. Particularly in the second half, we knew that they were not going to go away in the second half after the first half that we had. And so, the message was to erase the score. We knew that the press was going to come out, and, that's on me. It's not on these kids. We just didn't handle ourselves the way we needed to. Maybe I should have called an earlier timeout just to, make sure that they had confidence and instill composure and poise into them and give them good juice. And so, as I said to them, that's on me. We didn't shoot the ball particularly well in the second half. That's on me. You just can't give up, 19 points off of turnovers and 14 points, second chance points to a team like Ohio State in the second half. The bugaboo was the press today, but we've handled it at our place. We handled it at their place, today in the semis, that wasn't a good. Moment for us to have to not be able to handle it. But again, you got to give your hats off to Ohio State. They were mad and aggressive, and really stifled us. And ended up obviously winning the game. But we're disappointed, but we're looking forward to what's next for this team.
Question from the room for the student athletes.
Grace, this has kind of been a rough week starting for the Iowa loss, and you won yesterday, but it wasn't your best effort. You lost today. Can you use that as motivation going to the NCAA tournament to make sure you reach your goals there?
I think it's going to sting for a couple of days, but once we get practicing back this week, I think we'll use it as motivation for sure, figure out how to get better from it.
Can I just add to that? This is a team that's won 27 games. We have 3 hiccups. They've had a great year.
Grace. You guys, in your previous 2 matchups against Ohio State, were really able to kind of capitalize on the press. What was different today, which that kind of led you guys to struggle against it?
I think they did a better job of denying getting the ball in, and then I think you have J.C. Sheldon back, and she makes a big difference. She's quick, she's athletic, she's really good. So I'd say those 2 things.
Any other questions from the room? Do we have any questions on the Zoom call? All right, thank you.
Good job, G. Matt, just to answer your question, the press was different, right? So they denied the ball inbounds. That was different. They were denying the reversal pass. That was different than we had seen at their place and certainly at our place. And so their press, they did tweak it, and it was more aggressive. And G's absolutely right. JC makes a difference because of her athleticism, because she's quick, she has great instincts, she anticipates all of it. And so we just, as I mentioned, we got it down into the deep corners way too often. We struggled. Our inbounders, Sid and Yarden, struggled with, making the right decisions. But again, that's on us. That's on me and our staff of not being able to help them, with a better press attack, and really just calm them down a little bit. But, when you have a veteran team the way we do, the maturity, you just inside, I have so much confidence in them that I think they're going to figure it out, with Grace and Chloe. And certainly that's sort of where my mind was. Like, we're going to figure this thing out, especially Grace. But like I said, give them credit. They didn't. They amped it up, and when you start turning it over, things change a little bit in terms of your poise, and now you're trying to make home run plays. But once we get it across the timeline, we still had opportunities. We just didn't capitalize. We missed layups. I think Sarah got it blocked from behind. Sarah has a great look. It doesn't go down for us. And so, Again, we'll look back, and we always have to learn something, from this happening. We will. I think this group is, as Grace, it's going to sting for a couple days, but I think it'll help us in the NCAA tournament, and I think we're looking forward to playing somebody else. A different team that we don't get to see 3 times a year.
Coach, can you talk about Sarah's performance in the tournament? Obviously, the second quarter was huge, got you up by 24, and what excites you about her play going into the NCAA tournament?
Well, she obviously likes the target center because she certainly has shot the ball well in here in front of her, friends and her family, which is great. I wish the outcome would have been different because I think, if we could have gotten to the championship game, we would have, all been entertained by how she's been shooting the ball. And that's what I'm most excited about. She is the piece to this puzzle. When we got her, a year ago, we felt like she was the missing piece that was going to be able to space the floor for us. And, sure enough, she's been able to do that for us. And so I'm excited for her and her teammates as we move forward in the tournament, but certainly to know that we get to coach her for another season is also exciting.
Similar to what Grace said, you've had a great year. You mentioned that you only have 3 losses, but how much can the motivation of today, do with the NCAA tournament maximum? Because that's what a lot of times, fans and media judge you on, fair or not.
Yeah, the media judges us on a lot of things, right? And that's fair. That's what their jobs are. But I think our kids have always had a resiliency about them. They've always had a bounce-back ability. This is not a group that likes losing, and so they will use it as motivation without question.
Your team's been going, winning a ton. How important is this break going to be before the NCAA tourney for you?
Yeah, we are a little bit nicked up right now. I think all of them are. Mentally, I think they're tired. Physically, I know they're tired. We do have some things health-wise that we have to that this period will be really good, for a lot of different reasons, and so I think we're all looking forward to. Just getting a little bit of a break here before the other madness starts.
Whole season you've talked a lot about this team's ability to compose themselves and not push that panic button. Mm-hmm. Do you think their mentality switched at all in the tournament because it was higher stakes, or do you think they remained composed?
Yeah, no, I don't. I think that we ran into a really competitive, physical Ohio State team in the second half, and we didn't handle ourselves very well. And I don't think the stakes changed just because of this tournament. I think we're pretty secure in where we're at and where we stand. But again, Ohio State is a superb team, and so is the other teams in the field right now. There's a reason why this is the best conference in the country this particular year. Not every year, but this particular year. Again, with the schedule that we have, we beat up on each other every single night. But no, I don't. This team's never felt like, they've always sort of embraced who they are, and the pressure that comes with being the hunted, right? Being the number 1 seed. We've had to play like that throughout the whole season, where everybody's going to is going to give us their best, and we've realized that, and we've stepped up to that challenge more so than we haven't, and I'm really. Pleased with the way we've handled ourselves throughout the Big Ten season. We're certainly proud to be their coaches, and like I said, you can't. They've had a great year, right? And we can't, because of this maybe the Michigan State, the Iowa, that was a tough one. This is certainly a tough one, but what they've been able to accomplish. is in this league has been incredible, and I don't want us to forget about that.
What adjustments did you try to make there late in the game against that press to try and figure it out and get the
Yeah,
ball cleaner?
we literally we tried to just try to encourage them to create more space to catch it versus trying to catch it in the deep corner, the coffin corner. You don't want to do that. We were trying to get our middles to be more active. We were trying to get our back line. We didn't do a very good job of getting the ball out of our hands. We've allowed the trap to come to us, and that's one of the worst things you can do. When that press is coming, is to hold on to it too long, and or not make a quick decision, perhaps to go up the sideline and try to get out of it before the trap comes. Nothing, other than just our spacing and reminding them of the spots that they needed to fill, of the activity that we needed. Those were the things that, we discussed, but, we still struggled.
What were they doing to minimize and limit Mackenzie's touches in the post?
Well, they went small. They started playing small. Obviously, Becca played a few minutes, and she, hurt us on a couple of her threes that she hit. You saw Cody McMahon, trying to front her from time to time. Mac wasn't 100% today. I think you could tell by the way she was getting up down the floor that wasn't a healthy Mackenzie Holmes out there today. But, we knew that they were going to full front. We knew that they were going to be physical with her. They understand that she's a big part of what we do offensively. Kevin's a great coach, has a great staff, and they tried to take, obviously, her away from us as much as they could. And so that limited our ability to get the ball into her.
Last question right here.
You mentioned that Mac not being 100% today. When you said there were 10 days off for health, I'm assuming she was one of the main people you were talking about. How much do you think those 10 days off will help her to get much closer to what she is?
It's all of them. It's not just Mackenzie. Those are things that always stay in our program. But they all need a break. Coach Moren needs a break. Thank you
Your
very
break
much.
can start now, Coach.
Thank you.